Hi, my name is Scott.
And I'm Ryan, and we are the Hiking Irishmen. We are brothers that love hiking, we love our national parks, and most importantly, we love drinking beer. So what are we doing here today?
We are here in the beautiful Cuyahoga Valley National Park where we grew up. We've hiked this valley our whole entire lives. We grew up right here on the property that we're shooting. And in less than 2 weeks, we will be going out west and hiking the John Muir Trail northbound from Cottonwood Meadows all the way up to Yosemite National Park.
With Mount Whitney in between.
With Mount Whitney in between. So this is our gear video. This is all the gear we'll be showing you that we'll be taking with us on the John Muir Trail. So go grab a beer and enjoy our video.
All right, we're going to start off by going over our big three. The big three, as most people know, it's your tent, it's your sleep system, your sleeping bag, or quilt. It's your air mattress, and then your backpack is considered the big three. So I'll start with my backpack. I'm using the Osprey Atmos 65. It's the AG65, the anti-gravity. I've had this bag for about 4 years now. I've taken on a couple big trips. It's not the lightest bag, but I love it. You can really load it up, and this thing, it is so comfortable. The belt on this really hugs your body. I like it. I am going to be carrying a backpack cover. I'll be one of those guys that uses a backpack cover when it starts raining. And then for my tent, I'm using a Nemo Dragonfly one person. I went with the Dragonfly. It doesn't come up all the time as the #1 tent to use. I think it's a little on the heavier side, but it's also longer. It's 88 inches long, and being 6'3", I like that length. That works.
He's tall.
It's the Nemo Dragonfly. And inside for my sleep system, I decided to go with the quilt this time. This is going to be my second trip with the quilt. I used it in the Chicago Basin trip my brother and I did, and my cousin, last September. It's rated at 20 degrees. The thing I love about this quilt, this is by a company called Underground Quilts. Super customizable. The colors, everything, even the fill. I went with 800 fill. But what was really cool about this company is see how the baffles run on a different direction than the main body. I loaded this up with 900 fill, just a little extra protection around your feet. And then this unzips right here, so if you really want to lay it out for a full quilt, you have that ability. So I went with the quilt. So far so good. I'm going to pack that quilt in the Sea to Summit dry bag. Headphones, earplugs. I am using a Sea to Summit pillow. Love it. There are some luxuries you must take on trail with you, especially anything that has to do with trying to get a good night's sleep. And then I'm going with the Nemo tensioner long wide, and I'm going with the insulated air mattress, just because with a quilt it's recommended you go with an insulated pad, because although I have this quilt like this, it's actually going to be flipped upside down. So your body actually lays on the quilt, or on the air mattress, so you want that extra insulation.
What do you have underneath your tent?
Yeah, so this is a nice little tip we found on YouTube, just from other guys like Dan Becker and Darwin on the trail. This is just DuPont Tyvek. People probably have a bunch in their garage, they don't even know about it. But right, it's impervious. And the one tip that we found out is, when you unwrap this stuff, it's crinkly. If you wash it a couple times, if you run through the washer and dryer a couple times, this stuff is almost like cotton. It doesn't crinkle. So that's really nice. It's super lightweight, and it's damn near free. I don't have it set up, of course, but I'm gonna have my rain cover, and that should about do it on my side.
That's your big three. All right, we'll be back to show you my big three.
All right, everybody, so here's my big three. A lot of similarities here between us, but there are some key differences. I use the same backpack as Ryan does. I just bought this. I have not backpacked with it yet. I had an Osprey that was a really nice pack. I just got jealous of my brothers, so I bought the same thing, Atmos 65 AG. the couple hikes I've done locally, man, it's so comfortable. It's amazing. My tent is the Nemo Hornet one-person tent. I'm not as nearly as tall as my brother, so I went with the smallest one-person tent I could find. This thing weighs in at 1 pound 10 ounces, including poles, stakes, rainfly, tent. It's super light. It does the job. It's tight quarters, but again, I'm not a big guy, so I fit in just fine. My sleeping bag, I'm a little bit old school. I'm sticking with the sleeping bag for now. I'm using the Mountain Hardwear Lamina Z. I've backpacked with this quite a few times now. I love it. It keeps me plenty warm. There might be some nights that I actually have to sleep on top of it, but that's fine with me. I also use the Nemo Tensor. I do not go with the insulated because I sleep hot. I don't need the insulated, and with not having a quilt, you don't need the insulated in my opinion. I also use the Sea to Summit pillow because I like to be comfortable. Rainfly, like Ryan, we didn't set our rainflies up, but we do have a rainfly with us when needed. We're hoping to use the rainfly as little as possible to check out the stars and just enjoy the outdoors. But same thing with mine. I get the Tyvek underneath. It just makes for a great ground cover. The ground covers for these tents are 40, 60 bucks. The Tyvek was free. I had it in my garage, so we cut it to, you'll notice this is sticking out. The reason why is once you have the rainfly on, the vestibule comes down. If we're not using the vestibule, you just tuck it up underneath your tent. That's it for my big three. We're gonna go over the rest of our gear now that we have laid out up behind us on some tables, and we'll pick it back up in a minute.
All right, we're back. So now we went over our big three. Now we're going to go over our individual items we're going to be carrying with us. And what we wanted to do too, as you guys noticed, we set up our tents, we set up our camp. No offense to those guys on YouTube. We learn a lot from you, but the one thing we all noticed is everyone does it from their dining room table. So that's kind of why we wanted to get out here. We wanted to get outside. We wanted to set up our camp, kind of show the gear, as much in action as we possibly could. But
and also, it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to start with the gear I'll be wearing, the clothes I'll be packing. Kind of quickly go over my electronics and just some miscellaneous stuff. Kind of my hygiene section, and then the kitchen section. So starting off with what I'm going to be wearing. I made the decision. It took me probably 4 months, and I swear to God, probably 15 pairs of shoes. But I have made a decision to go with trail runners. I'm going to use the Saucony Peregrine 10s. I have a pair of the Superfeed inserts. I've been wearing them around with everything from, as much up to 40 pounds. I love them so far. They have a rock plate, super grippy tread, and they're just lightweight, nice toe box. I've tried them all. I've tried the Salomons are great shoes, the XD, whatever it is, but they were just a little narrow for me. So I finally found a great shoe, lightweight, and I'm a little apprehensive. I'm a little nervous. It's thin. I'm going to have to watch where I walk. I'm a little nervous about the thin webbing, but I'll bring duct tape. Probably like most people that you see on videos, I'm wearing darn tough socks, ex officio, boxer briefs, and I don't have my running shorts here with me, but I am going to wear shorts on trail as much as I can. I love wearing shorts, but I am going to wear these calf compression socks. They're just Doc Miller calf compression. I got them off Amazon. I used them in Mount Hood a couple years ago, and I liked it because number one, it kept the sun off my legs. It's, shorts, you want to be aired out, but that sun will beat your calves. So gave me some nice sun protection, but still, wasn't as hot as pants. The Columbia, always forget the name of the shirt. Sorry, Columbia.
Silver Ridge Light.
The Columbia Silver Ridge Light. Second shirt, I love it. They're good looking shirts. We're gonna look real nice on trail.
It's all about looking good.
Native sunglasses, I like them polarized. They fit well, they don't fog up. I have some outdoor research gloves for those hot sunny days. I love headbands. I have somewhat of a receding hairline, And I will be wearing this hat on trail, but I love that headband around my forehead. So if I take off the hat, my forehead stays protected.
Little plug for our local brewery.
That's right.
Little Hi-Ho Brewing.
Trekking poles are the Black Diamond, the Alpine Ergo Cork trekking poles. I've had these for, I think I might be going on 8 years. Haven't failed me yet. I love them. So that's everything I'm going to be wearing. For the clothes I'll be bringing, I am going to bring pants, just for, that colder day or our morning climb up Mount Whitney. We'll probably want to be in pants. They're Columbia, they're zip-offs, so, I can't turn them into shorts if I want. The thing I really like about these is they have an integrated belt. I think that that's a great idea because I anticipate losing a lot of weight on trail, I hope. Get rid of this beer gut, and I'll have that integrated belt. Task Bamboo t-shirt, a little heavy, but I love it. I got North Face, just light gloves, outdoor research light hat for those chilly nights, and then that second set of Darn Tough socks and Ex Officio boxer briefs. And I'm going to put all these clothes I'm going to pack in that Sea to Summit dry bag. So moving over to tech, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on tech because Scott here, he's the one that's going to be doing the majority of the video. He's got the tripod. I'm going to have him go over more of the tech side of things. But I'm taking an old Anchor battery pack I've had forever. Thing's heavy, but it charges up. I think I get like 6 charges for my my Samsung phone. I do have the Manfrotto tripod. This cheap little remote control I found on Amazon. Dual port plug-in, so when we're at VVR and some other locations, I can charge up my phone and my battery bank at once. And then I have the Samsung phone. Small little knife, the Black Diamond spot headlamp, and from everything I've read, this is a must. The Sea to Summit head net. A little bit of rope. I like to get to camp. I like to make a little clothesline, air out those clothes. And I'm taking this TheraBand. It's like that Kineso tape or something. I don't know if I said it right, but I got wonky feet, so I'm gonna tape up my feet. I've been taping my feet up all my life, and I gotta do it on this trip again. And I'll be putting all that in this outdoor research nice little zip dry bag. So moving on really quick, hygiene. So this medical kit, I put everything in here. I call this my gear and personal first aid kit. So I hope I never have to go in it, because that means either I'm hurt or my gear's hurt. I put it in yellow. I hope I never have to deal with that. Basic. I'm going to bring a little soap. I'm not super bought into that notion of embracing your stink. I'm going to bring a little soap. For anyone who's wondering, we're very nature conscious. I'll make sure I
leave no trace.
Clean myself away from any bodies of water. This is something I'm going to bring too. So speaking of embracing your stink, this is like a wet wipe anti-perspirant. I've been trying this a little bit at home. I think I went 4 days without deodorant until I really started stinking. So I'm going to bring a couple of those. I mean, I think they might work. Anti-chafe. I've been hearing a lot of positive things about, bringing anti-chafe. I've never had an issue on trail, but I heard if you do have an issue, it's a nightmare. A couple different towels, toothpaste, toothbrush. I'm bringing the Sawyer Picaridin. I like the lotion. It's I like the lotion a lot better. It lasts longer, and then what I like about it is you can kind of spot it on. Bugs are always around your ear, so instead of spraying your whole face, you can just spot on some lotion. Seems to be good to go. Moving on to the kitchen, Bear Vault BV500. I have this Bear bag from a company called Light AF, and it literally is Light AF. I love it. It's probably going to be for a couple of those nights when we're, like the day after our resupply, we're going to be rolling pretty heavy, so I'll probably have to put extra food in here. The water bottles like everyone has. This Sawyer squeeze bladder, I'm actually going to load this up with bourbon, and we're going to ship out another bladder worth of bourbon. Gotta have some bourbon on trail. This is the MSR wind burner. This thing is awesome. Yeah, I mean,
it's a beast.
we took this up. So the big thing with these wind burners is, you know, they say at altitude they don't, you know, they don't hold up or they don't burn as efficient. We had this at what, 10,000 feet in
11.5
basin.
11.5.
And this boiled water. I think we boiled 4 cups of water in less than 2 minutes, and super fuel efficient. I love this. If you're just boiling water and you're pouring, you know, into a container like this or into your dehydrated bag, to me, there's nothing, you can't beat this. It boils water so fast.
It's great.
If you're not cooking in an actual bowl, this is the way to go. Because obviously the downside is you can't really simmer it very well. So I made these nifty little, this is just a Ziploc container, but I made these nice little koozies for us. You know, again, you know, you gotta eat well. I'm not a big fan of eating out of those dehydrated bags. Yeah. So at least we feel somewhat like a human if we're eating out of a container. Toke's long-handled spoon, small little sponge for cleaning. I'm literally just bringing this GSI cup, coffee and bourbon. And then last, this stink sack. I like these stink sacks. I mean, literally, they're stink proof. I think they're made for cannabis, but they work really well with like your, you know, your food wrappers. So I'm taking.
We heard from a friend.
Yeah, I'm not endorsing anything. And then to round out the kitchen, I have the Caden Be Free, the gravity filter. I love this thing. You know, I know there's more efficient options out there, but as far as like getting to camp at night, getting a whole lot of water and a whole gravity feed system, you know, filling up a bottle, to me, you can't beat it. I'd like to say I go nowhere without my rain jacket, but I did go to Mount Hood 2 years ago, and guess what? I left my rain jacket in my rental car. So I am bringing in a rain jacket this time.
Why did you get a little wet on that trip?
Just a little bit. So I learned my lesson. This is the Outdoor Research. What is this?
Helium 2.
The Helium 2. A lot of good reviews on it. Super light, super effective. And then this puffy is just an REI synthetic puffy. I love this thing. Super lightweight, windproof. Keeps me super warm. And then this was something that actually...
This is not going on trail with us.
Yeah, this is not going on trail with us, but never really see it in the gear video. So Scott here, who's filming, his brother-in-law got him one for Christmas last year. I mean, it's just a huge, it's an airport bag. It's a transport bag for your backpack. So I got one, I love it. You can, you know, you don't have to put your bag in a garbage bag and hope that it stays intact. Take this thing. When we get to Reno, we're going to ship it forward to Fresno. No, so I will not be wearing that, but I think it's going to be super effective. It's going to protect our bag through, you know, flying out to...
It's a very nice luxury item.
Yeah. So that does it on my side.
All right.
All right, everybody. So now for my gear setup. We're going to start with clothes and go over this way. So we're going to start with what I'm wearing. I also have the Columbia Silver Ridge Light. I've never hiked in it, so we're going to find out if everybody that raves about it on YouTube, how accurate they are. I've worn it a few times. It's really comfortable. I'm wearing a different pair of pants than these, but they're the same pants, just different color. These are North Face zip-off convertible pants. I've been hiking in these pants for as long as I can remember. I love them, so that's what I'm going with. My puffy is the Outdoor Research Transcendent hoodie. This thing is great. It's super warm, super lightweight, really packable. It's a great coat. I also have the Outdoor Research Helium 2 rain jacket. For around camp, I have my pair of running shorts. So if I want to wash out my shorts when we get to camp, I can throw these on while the pants are drying out. I have the North Face hoodie, just for those cold nights. I'm a little paranoid about being cold, so I think I am taking the hoodie. This could be a last-second scratch if I don't like my weight, my overall weight. But as of right now, this is going with me. I also have a Task bamboo T-shirt for around camp. And also, if I just want to wash this out and dry, I can hike in this shirt as well. They're odor resistant. They're the most comfortable T-shirt I've ever worn, so I have that. I have two pair of ex officio
underwear. I'm gonna go luxury and bring 2 pair. I also wear the Darn Tough socks. I just never, once I discovered these, never hit trail without them on. I have my little Mountain Hardwear beanie, for cold nights. This is my trail hat. I've been wearing this hat on trail hiking since the early 90s, I think. It's an Eastern Mountain Sports hat. I've had it for forever. So I am going to take that with me. It's my lucky hat. I have 2 buffs. I wear 1 buff on my head at all times. I can cover up my ears. Bugs, for some reason, love my ears. So I can pull it up around my ears. I can wear it as a bandana. So many functions. And then I wear 1 around my wrist as well to wipe sweat or wipe the lens on my camera or whatever I need for. All those clothes then go in this stuff sack. So we're going to keep everything dry in this stuff sack. Let's go to shoes. I am an old school guy, so I have my hiking boots, and they are Gore-Tex.
Start the controversy.
But these are the Salomon GTX 3s. They are super lightweight. They weigh less than 2 pounds, which you'll be hard-pressed to find a lot of hiking shoes that weigh less than 2 pounds. They are Gore-Tex, so you do have to worry about, getting water up over the boot. But I'm really careful, and the way I'm going to prevent that is my Merrell Chop Rocks. These are my water shoes, my water crossing shoes. They're my camp shoes. I can hike in them if I need to, or if I just want to. They're a great shoe, super comfortable. These are my water crossing shoes so that I don't get my boots wet. Let's move hiking gloves. I have sun gloves to protect my hands. These are actually mountain biking gloves. They have a little bit of padding in the palm. Just when you're trekking miles and miles every day, your palms can get a little fatigued. You can get some wear in the webbing of your thumb. So the padded palms, I like that. I'm an old mountain biker, so that I'm kind of used to wearing those. We have these gloves. We're going to be actually shipping these ahead of us to Tuolumne Meadows. These are for climbing Half Dome, where you got to grab onto that steel cable. So these won't be going with me the whole time. They'll be shipped ahead. So that's those. My water system, a little different than Ryan's. Ryan's got the gravity bag. I'm just using the Sawyer Squeeze. Primarily what we're going to use this for is that while we're on trail and we need to fill up our water bottles while we're on trail, bam, we hook this up, squeeze it. It's fast on the go versus the gravity system. To fill the water, we have this knock. I don't know how you pronounce that, C-knock. What's great about this thing is that a lot of these water fill things, filling them with dirty water takes forever. And these also are known for busting open and breaking.
Ooh, I hope that doesn't burst open when we have bourbon in it.
Right, that would be tragic if it busted open with our bourbon. So this bag here has a wide opening that you open up. You can scoop water, and then it screws right on to the squeeze, right into your water bottle. It's a super efficient system. But that's why I like this C-knock bag versus the bag that the Sawyer the Sawyer Squeeze comes with.
A little advantage of going out as two, we love those solo hikers, but the advantage of going out as two is he's got that water system for quick on the go.
Backup water system.
I got the Katadyn Be Free for camp.
Same as Ryan. This is what we're going to rehydrate our dehydrated meals in. We're going to put the dehydrated meal in here, pour the water in, cap it. That's why he built this little insulated koozie to go around it. We're going to rehydrate all of our food in our little container here. My Toke's long-handled spoon, like everybody carries. I have, going on to my let's do hygiene. I got the Deuce of Spades trowel. We've got the wet wipes that I got from Dollar Shave Club. They're super nice. They just work really good. I like them. Wag bag if we need it up in the Guitar Lakes Whitney porthole area, or portal area. I really hope not to use that. When it comes to towels, we have, if you notice, Ryan and I, we both have 2 towels. One is my face towel, one is my butt and pits towel. I don't like washing my face with the same towel that I wash my butt with, so I have 2 towels. A little bit of a luxury item, but it's worth it to me. Black Diamond Spot headlight, also bug net like Ryan's. My first aid kit's pretty bare. I've got a couple Band-Aids, some sunscreen in there, I've got a lighter, extra batteries, all that stuff that you need. I've got a waterproof pencil with duct tape wrapped around it. I've got a patch kit in here, little like Ryan's, a little gear and personal first aid kit. I do carry a knife, probably never use it. Toothpaste and toothbrush like everybody has. I always carry an ace bandage because I've got a crappy ankle, so I like to keep my ace bandage with me because I've had to use it on trail before and it's gotten me out of jams before. Let's do tech gear. So Ryan is filming us on my Samsung S10. That'll be what I'd use primarily for all my videoing. It is mounted right now to the Manfrotto Mini Pixie tripod. I also have my GoPro Hero 7, extra batteries. I'll be using this for some shots that I really want to capture in 4K because it takes amazing video. And then in this bag is all your charging cords and remotes, and I've got my earbuds for at night. All that has to be charged and kept charged in this honking 1-pound battery pack that I hate, but it's a necessary thing on trail. BV500, just like everybody carries out there. And then I got my trekking poles. They're just Lucky collapsible cork trekking poles. And then finally, to round it out, and I'm going to do a little bit of plug just because I love this piece of gear so much. It has made life so much easier on trail. A lot of guys use them. I think Darwin on the Trail has these, but these are from Justin's UL. You can find him on Etsy. This is a water bottle holder. This thing fits a smart water bottle perfectly. He actually designed it to fit the smart water bottle. Slides in there. It keeps your water bottle right here on your chest strap. No more reaching around. I've had 2 shoulder surgeries, so I cannot get water bottles out.
Just from getting water bottles out?
Yeah, so it felt like it a couple times. So that puts your water bottle right here, totally accessible. And then I also bought the cell phone / snacks / whatever you want to put in it. So that's Justin's UL on Etsy. So a little plug for him. So that's basically a wrap of our gear video. This is everything we're taking with us on the JMT. I should mention, we are not sponsored. We actually paid for all of this gear with our own money. That's not to say we would not accept offers, but just a little sidebar there. We are not sponsored. We're just 2 brothers that love to hike, and so that's what we did here. We got all of our gear together. We'll be hitting the trail in less than 2 weeks. If you like our video, hit that subscribe button down below, and we will see you out on the trail. We're the Hiking Irishmen, out.